Hello, friends and fellow VEDSies, and welcome back to VEDS. Today, I would like to talk about something that I don't usually talk about because it's not something I spend a lot of time thinking about, and that is video games. I don't play a lot of video games. I have a couple, and usually if I like a game, I play it just kind of on repeat for a couple years at a time until another video game comes and takes its place. But I have been thinking about a particular, not even type of video game, more just characteristic of a video game that I find really compelling. I'm going to call these games empty world video games. And they're games that I would describe as providing a potent experience of solitude. So some examples of this are Minecraft, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, in theory Mario Kart World, although I've only played that sparingly at some friends' houses because I don't own a Switch 2, but we'll get back to it in a little bit. But I also think that there are some other games that can be manipulated to have this aspect, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and Hades. So let's go through those. So I name dropped 3 open world games, or at least games that have open world modes. Minecraft, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart World. In theory. That one is still in theory. We're beta testing that one. Open world video games don't really appeal to me. The mechanics I like in a video game are linear and repetitive. The base game of a Mario Kart game is the perfect example of this, right? Like, you're racing the same tracks. You have the same basic mechanics in every track. The track changes, but if you play it enough, basically just gets to be muscle memory. A great way for me to decompress is to boot up Mario Kart 8 because I can run those tracks pretty effectively without using my brain. I just kind of go into a muscle memory place with them. Mario Kart World, I imagine would be similar if I played it more, but also you have the open world aspect to it. And while you're driving around, there are other cars and other vehicles and the cute little backpacking toads going their merry way. You can also off-road and get to some very solitary places that are weird places in the video game. There's something slightly uncanny about them because you know that they are very far away from the intended purpose of the game, right? Like, the purpose of the game is you drive cars, or carts, I guess. You're not supposed to just park your cart in the middle of a field or over by the ocean. I could imagine myself, if I owned that game, doing that quite a bit because I enjoy that a lot. And I do that a lot in those other 2 games I mentioned, Minecraft and Legend of Zelda. Both of those games have mechanical priorities and gameplay that are the point of the game that I enjoy and I do when I play the game. Those are also not empty worlds. There are monsters that you can go off and fight in both of those games, although they're very different. And there are NPCs in Legend of Zelda and villagers who I guess are NPCs, but you can't really communicate with them. It's actually the opposite of Zelda, because in Zelda, all the people talk to you in perfect English, and you don't respond because Link doesn't talk. And in this, you can talk to them in perfect English, and they'll just go, huh? But at some point in playing both of those games, you will be left in this expansive world by yourself. And you are the only agent of pure choice in the world. Everything else is running on a script, and you can go do whatever you want. One of my favorite things to do in Breath of the Wild is just hop on a horse and go riding, listening to the beautiful music, looking at the beautiful landscape. No side quests, no main quest. Just ride for a little bit, then hop off and go do something. Chop down a tree. Why not? Go get some apples. Just hang out. Similarly, the big appeal to Minecraft is I can build these very big structures that would make sense in world to have a lot of people there, and it's just me. And I can kind of get lost in the expanse of the structure. This is also ignoring multiplayer Minecraft, which I have never played and probably won't, because I think it kind of defeats one of the main appeals of the game for me. Okay, so you have these big, expansive games that you can very easily get lost in. Then you have games like the Roller Coaster Tycoons and the Hades that you kind of have to work at it. These are games that have that kind of linear, repetitive progress, like I mentioned before. But in both of these, you can find moments that have this empty world feeling. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, you can construct that moment more easily because you can do either one or two things. Either one, there's a zoom out feature where you can zoom out from the amusement park you've built. And as you zoom out, the noises and sounds get further and further away. And it's this really cool moment, especially when you've built a big park and you can just kind of zoom out. You can kind of see everything, the pathways and all the rides running, but you can't hear anything. I like that a lot. The other way you can construct it is by making all the visitors invisible and just muting the sounds, which is honestly how I play the game a lot of the time. Hades is a game where you can't really construct that moment, but you can embrace it. So in Hades, you are playing Zagreus, the son of Hades, as he goes through the underworld. The moment you embrace it is when you have defeated all the monsters and you are left in the room and there's nothing else there. Maybe there's like one or two like little mechanical things you can do, like go fishing or something or whatever. But in general, all the monsters, all the mobs that you were fighting are gone. There are no NPCs to talk to. It's just you there alone. I found, without really any intention in doing so, a lot of the times I will just take a breather and enjoy walking Zagreus around in that space. I think it came from when I was first learning to play the game, I wanted to make sure I was getting everything that was in the room, any potential loot or triggers that I may have missed during the fight. But I think I then kind of embraced it as just a moment, a respite, and I started appreciating some of the background details, the design, especially in the Elysium levels. So I think even in a game that is as far away from open world as you can get, I still have found moments to make that game an empty world game. Okay, so there are my examples. I guess the question now, and this is the thing I've been mulling over in my head for a while, is why do I like these type of games? Why do I like games that make me feel alone? Obvious point, I'm an introvert. I recharge from feeling alone. And there is a distinct difference between being alone and feeling alone. For example, right now, I'm in my house and I'm alone in this room. It's just me. My wife is in the next room over playing a video game, not an empty world video game. And I don't feel alone. I am alone right now. I'm doing something that is just me, but I don't have that feeling of being alone because I know that Destiny is in the other room and I can go say, hey, give her a hug. And that's cool. I'm glad because she's my wife and I like being around her. But there are those times when you are maybe technically alone, but you don't have that feeling. Maybe like you're walking around a park, right? And there's a bunch of people there. And that's great. You're enjoying the walk. It's fun, but you don't get that kind of feeling of solitude. But I think in these video games, these empty world video games, you really do. And it is a way to engineer that experience for yourself. And that's probably not the sole reason I like it. Like I said, in Hades, I like taking a break from the constant fighting. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, I like zooming out and seeing what I've built. In Mario Kart, I like the kind of uncanny, weird feeling you get for being in a place that is not the mechanical purpose of the game. In Legend of Zelda, I enjoy the beauty of the game and the music and the atmosphere. And in Minecraft, I mean, the experiences I have of those kind of empty world games just comes as a natural byproduct of being the only person in a Minecraft world building anything. So maybe there isn't a reason. Maybe this is just a pattern I've noticed in games that I like, and I'm kind of constructing a meaning around it. But I think that it is worthwhile to interrogate these patterns that we notice. And I think here, at least, it's given me a better understanding of a medium that I engage with, but don't have a really good critical or intellectual grasp on. So here's to virtual solitude. My friends and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.